Kevin Harrington here, one of the original sharks from Shark Tank and creator of the infomercial. I've been investing in companies and products for 40 years, so I know a thing or two about making money. I'm honored right now to be sitting next to one of the top Forex traders in the world, Mr. Jared Martinez, better known to his students as the FX Chief. Jared, thanks for being here. And I want to know, what made you want to start trading?
Well, Kevin, I've been familiar with currency trading for almost 40 years because in 1978 I started an import company from Japan, and I had to trade US dollars into Japanese yen. Yep. And I made a boatload of money. I had contracts with Disney and NASA and SeaWorld. I was in the tourist industry here in Orlando, Florida. But then in 1986, the Japanese yen strengthened against the US dollar from 280 yen to 140 yen in 1 month.
Wow.
And what ended up happening over that period of time is my cost of product literally doubled. Now, I couldn't go to these theme parks and increase my prices, so what I did is I kept hoping and waiting that the yen would return to its original price, which it never did.
Wow.
So what ended up happening is over the following 3 to 4 years, I lost literally millions of dollars, and I thought to myself, you know, if I would have learned how to become a currency trader, I could have made millions instead of losing millions. I eventually sold my business. And so that's when I sold my business, I said to myself, well, what could I do to maybe not get involved with another company, to have all kinds of employees, lots of inventory, receivables and everything. And I thought, I'd like to become a currency trader. You know, I mean, it's something I can do on my own in the convenience of my own home. I don't have to have all kinds of employees to do it.
Right.
And I learned about traders and how wealthy they become, and I said, I'd like to become one of those traders. And so that's how I got started.
Well, that's an amazing story. I love, I know the product side of the business, the inventories can kill you. This is a no inventory method. And so now you're a successful trader and you're able to provide for your family and then some, but you still wanted more. You wanted to teach people how to trade. What really inspired that?
This has been a long journey for me. They say it only takes 10 years to have an overnight success.
Right.
But if you really think about it, you know, for almost 10 years, I really kind of struggled figuring out a successful methodology that would work. Along the way, I ended up going to people asking for help. I ended up going to other traders. I ended up buying, if you will, gimmicks. I'd spend $5,000 on this trading gimmick. I'd spend $10,000 on that trading gimmick. And it was at a time when I was raising 6 children. Wow. I mean, I went 5 years without going on vacation. I literally went 5 years without buying any new clothes. I would tell my kids that their clothes were designer clothes and that the hand-me-down was a designer brand, okay? So the reality of it is that I was struggling. And so I said to myself, if I ever learn how to trade, I'm gonna teach other people how to trade successfully. I'm gonna be honest with them. I'm gonna tell them the truth. You know, all I wanted, Kevin, was the truth. Somebody just tell me the truth, how this market works. My brain's smart enough to figure out how to become successful. Just like your brain, you can figure out all kinds of stuff. I just wanted the truth. And so after I started to figure out and people started to see my lifestyle change, they were like, how are you making all this money? How are you making all this money? And so I said to at first I was like, I don't want to tell anybody, you know, because we kind of want to keep our secrets to ourselves. But then this market is so huge, $5 trillion a day. I thought, I'm not going to get hurt by helping other people. So I started to help other people. And I said, you know, if I ever become successful, I'm going to help other people become successful, because the truth of the matter is this. I know that there's a lot of scared fathers all over the world, just like I was. And, you know, how many times in your life do you search for help and no one helps you? And I said, you know what, I want to be that go-to guy who helps other people. And so that's why I did what I did.
That's a great story. Now, you've been doing this successfully now for 22 years, and that's really fantastic. You know, so can you share any of the personal stories of some of your clients' success over these 22 years?
I can. And the reason why our clients are so important to me and to us as a company is the following. I love what Winston Churchill said. He said, you know, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Now, thousands of people from around the world have come to Market Traders Institute, what? In search of help, in search of mentorship, in search of guidance. And so what we do is we take the time and we walk them through the necessary steps to become that successful trader. And you know, we have literally thousands. I mean, I've been doing this for 22 years now, and we have close to 40,000 clients worldwide. We've touched the lives of thousands all over the world. I get emails all the time. Chief, you wouldn't believe what we just did. We just sold our home in Toronto and finally ended up buying our 160-acre ranch north of Toronto. Beautiful. You know, gee, Chief, we just sold our home in Australia and bought a boat, and we're now living in Hong Kong Harbor, a dream come true for us. But probably one of my favorite stories is from one of our clients named Peter Cook, 68-year-old man, retired, never made over $6,500 a month in his entire life, decided to get involved with currency trading, came to us, and over a period of 2 years, now look, we're not here to make people millionaires within a weekend, within a year. You got to go through this natural process. We walk people through this natural process. We took Peter Cook, a 65-year-old man, taught him the successful rituals and formulas to become a successful trader. Success in life is not a fantasy, Kevin. You already know that. It's a formula.
Right.
It's a formula. You know a lot of formulas.
Yes. Exactly.
I know a lot of formulas when it comes time to trading. We, our analysts, we know a lot of formulas that can guide, direct, and teach people how to become successful at trading. Peter Cook embraced these formulas, started off making consistently $10,000 a month. Got an email, Chief, you wouldn't believe how this has changed my life. I am now 70 years old. I've never made in my entire life more than $6,500. I now just made $10,000. More importantly, I've been doing it for 6 months. Peter Cook ended up buying, not only paying off his home, buying what he calls his Forex farm. Dreams coming true for people like that. That's what we do here at Market Traders Institute.
That's incredible. You know, a story like that, just following the formula. And, you know, I was once an up-and-coming investor myself, and I can't tell you how valuable mentorship is during that growing phase and beyond. So I commend you for that. Now, I just want to ask, is there anything that you'd like to say to people out there who are having trouble with trading, or maybe they're just a little bit too timid to get started right now?
Well, whenever anybody gets involved with anything, the best thing they could do is endear themselves to someone else who's successful at it. Mentorship is critical. It's kind of a hand-holding. It's a coaching. We hold people accountable. We guide them. There's a great saying, clever is he who learns from his own mistakes, but wise is he who learns from the mistakes of others. Kevin, how many people would just love to endear themselves to you and you guide them and teach them and direct them in what you know?
Sure.
You know, you can be replicated.
Absolutely.
I can be replicated.
Yes.
What we do can be replicated. So mentorship's critical. You know, what we do is by mentoring our clients, they can have a quantum leap in performance. They don't have to go through the 10 years that I had to go through to learn how to do this. Right. They can get it done in a short period of time. That hand-holding is critical. So people that are afraid, hook on to somebody that's not afraid. Exactly. And that's what we're all about.
Well, Jared, if I could call you Chief, sure. I like that.
Sure.
You know, I want to thank you for changing so many lives, and thanks for introducing me to Market Traders Institute also.
You're welcome.
It's been great to be here with you.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Okay.